I'm Schacher for DevilsDigest.com, here with publisher Rabino after the Devils, well, disappointing 37-23 loss in the Holiday Bowl against the Texas Tech Raiders. Now, ASU was the 2-touchdown favored. What do you think exactly went wrong?
I think it was basically like Todd Graham said in the press conference, was his preparation. Even though he felt that the practices in Tempe before they came to San Diego were very good practices, he felt the practices in San Diego were very constructive. But at the end of the day, it really was just poor preparation. He mentioned 7 critical errors just in the first half. The defense just looked absolutely unprepared in that period. The offense really couldn't do much. Texas Tech really forced the offense to go ahead and run the ball much more than they wanted to, probably. We talked all season about the ASU offense clicking on all cylinders when the offense is balanced. Now, sometimes we see the ASU offense probably passing more than it wants to, and today was the total opposite, and that really played into Texas Tech's hands, because when you have a defense that is able to go ahead and dictate to the offense what they want to do, the defense more often than not will have the upper hand, and that's what happened tonight over here in San Diego. Just very disappointing performance. I don't think anybody really saw this coming. We knew Texas Tech's offense was explosive. We knew they were going to be able to go ahead and get their shots on this ASU's defense, but it was really complete domination really from the opening kickoff until the last whistle.
Definitely, and you're right. ASU had 287 rushing yards and their passing yards was 125, so definitely unbalanced there. But the defense, they were really aggressive tonight, you know, blitzing on third downs when they couldn't even handle the man-to-man. So what exactly was that? Just a lack of preparation, do you feel like?
I just think, as the saying goes in poker, you know, sometimes you need to know when to hold and when to fold. And I really feel that even though ASU's aggressive defense have served them very well throughout the season, I mean, they won 10 games because of that aggressive defense, sometimes you need to go ahead and just rein it back. And like you said, third down after third down, we saw all-out blitzes by the ASU defense. Third down after third down, we saw ASU getting burned by those. It doesn't matter if it's 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 25, Texas Tech was always able to go ahead and punish, if you will, the ASU defense for that over-aggressiveness. So that's something that definitely hurt them a lot. And don't forget, even with the over-aggressiveness, ASU had no sacks. They had some tackles for loss, but they had no sacks of the quarterback. So really the overall pressure, or the pass rushing pressure, I should say, on the quarterback was almost non-existent, even though they were that aggressive. You have to go ahead and show something for that aggression. Arizona State was not able to show that other than getting burned third down after third down after third down. That was really the story of the game, at least on that side of the ball.
And, you know, ASU went 10-4 on the season, which is not too shabby compared to where they were just a couple years ago. But the last 2 games were really, really rough. Do you feel like that negates the success that they've had so far these last 2 games?
It's kind of a hard question to answer, because sports is definitely a business of what you've done for me lately. So you look at the last 2 games that Arizona State played, Pac-12 championship game against Stanford, Holiday Bowl against Texas Tech, and if you want to call a spade, the team really got embarrassed those 2 games. I mean, there's really no way about it. I don't think even the staunchest ASU fan out there would go ahead and really dispute that. So in that sense, it's disappointing. But I guess, you know, a day or two from now, when you let just everything sink in, you feel that a 10-4 season is something that a lot of teams in the Pac-12, a lot of teams around the country would gladly trade places with you. So you have to look at that whole season as really being successful. Again, you didn't want to end it the way you did, but you did win the Pac-12 South Championship. I think you went ahead and showed that this program is light years from where it was just 2 years ago. But then I guess the cynics will say, you know, ASU on the big stage faltered again. In 2007, I was here playing. ASU was playing Texas, not Texas Tech. Still was a bitter cold night, and it was still a night that Arizona State got embarrassed. Arizona State, by the way, is 0-4 in the Holiday Bowl. So I guess when you look at that aspect, you go like, oh great, another disappointment by Arizona State. But I think it's important to go ahead and look at the total picture, to look what Arizona State's doing right now in recruiting, and to see that there really is a lot positive more than negative. But are there things to clean up? Absolutely. Todd Graham talked about special teams, and that's something we didn't mention earlier. Special teams gave up an early third quarter kickoff return for a touchdown. After Arizona State scored in its first possession of the third quarter, thinking that maybe they have some momentum on their side, maybe they can go ahead and actually generate a comeback. But when you have another special team critical mistake, that just really takes the winds out of your sails. And Todd Graham says he's going to go ahead and address the special teams aspect right away, and time will tell what that means exactly. But just all these breakdowns that we've seen in Arizona State's losses, and especially in the last 2 losses, are really disappointing. So again, does it negate the total picture? Probably not. But I think it's disappointing to see Arizona State finishing the way it did, maybe giving cynics and critics the ammunition that they were looking for, thinking that maybe this team was too good to be true or something like that. But really, again, when you go and analyze this season 2-3 days from now, you're going to see that it really was a success. They're definitely going in the right direction. You see improvement from last year. You're definitely seeing improvement from 2-3 years ago. And that's, at the end of the day, the trend you want to see your program going into. So I think the season is a success. But right now, after a Holiday Bowl loss, after a disappointing, embarrassing Holiday Bowl loss, can you call the season a success? Probably not. But again, when cooler minds prevail, yes, it was. 2013 was a success, despite of what happened here tonight.
Yeah, and Todd Graham kind of talked about just building upon the program going into next year, picking up the momentum. We already have the Pac-12 South Championship under our belt, so next year, he said, going for 11 games instead of 10. So
yeah, absolutely, and I think you're going to see that bar raised more and more each and every year. And I think that Arizona State, again, they're on the right trajectory right now, as far as where you see this program in 2012, 2011, 2010, to where it's right now. You're definitely seeing the improvement that you want to see. Again, it's really hard to talk about improvement on a night like this, but Arizona State is really marching in the right direction. And like I said, they have a great recruiting class, ranked number 12 in Scout.com. Could even go a little higher if some things break between now and signing day. So if you can go ahead and just build on the current talent that you have right now. We saw a lot of positive contributions from players all throughout the season. On defense, Damaris Randall, Salam Ofisu. On offense, obviously, Jalen Strong, DJ Foster. So when you think about all those players that are coming back in 2014, you look at the recruiting class and the chance to get some players that can make immediate impact on both sides of the ball, there's a lot of things to get excited about for next year. So I think that's some of the things where, again, 2-3 days from now, when you sit down and think about everything that this program has coming back for next year and the potential it has to go to even improve that much more in 2014, I think the future is bright. But does it cover up for the disappointment of tonight? Probably not.
Well, closing out your 2013 Sun Devil football season, I'm Chenea Schacher for DevilsDigest.com with publisher Rabino, wishing you the warmest Happy New Year's, which is a lot better than here because it's really cold.